This is the Louie T Network.
Man, I love some football. Man, I love some football. My favorite week is week 1, cause I'm watching football. First comes the preseason, and I don't take a day off. And then it gets even better when your team makes the playoffs. 32 teams go hard for one thing. They work for one thing. That Super Bowl ring. 32 teams go hard for one thing. They work for one thing. That Super Bowl ring. We in the lab room.
Man, Louie T, welcome. You are in the lab room. Of course, I am your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. Week number 9 in the National Football League. New York Jets. J-E-T-S. Jets. Taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Red hot Kansas City Chiefs. Winners of 2 straight. Easily could have been 4 if not for that tough road loss to the San Francisco 49ers about 3 weeks or so back. This is a team riding a 4-game winning streak. So you talk about the last 2 W's and you look at what they were able to do on the road versus San Diego, getting it done there. You come back home, you dismantle the St. Louis Rams, who were coming off of a big win versus Seattle the week prior. And this Chiefs team playing outstanding football. And we've seen the body of work. We've seen what they've been able to do. We saw them go to Miami, who's playing hot football right now. We saw them go to Miami, dismantle them. We saw what they did to the Patriots. They sent the Patriots on this little run that they're on right now because of how bad they beat the Patriots up. Now the Patriots are playing better football. You see the maturation of this Chiefs team, and I must admit, I didn't see it coming. This is a team playing with a lot of confidence right now. The defense is starting to get after the quarterback. They're forcing turnovers. Jamal Charles, never, ever trust a man with 2 first names, starting to get back to that level of play that we're used to seeing from him. And all of a sudden now, you know Alex Smith, a.k.a. Captain Checkdown, not turning the football over. Special teams starting to be a huge part of the equation once again. All of a sudden, this Chiefs team is clicking on all cylinders, and they're winning football games. And all of a sudden, you're at home versus the New York Jets, a team that is hapless right now, can't get out of their own way. They made a switch at the quarterback position. Michael Vick getting his first start of the season. They bring in Percival Harvin. They're looking for a spark. If you are the Kansas City Chiefs, this is a game that you have to win at home. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Let's talk about this one. Methodical 12-play, 81-yard opening drive for the Kansas City Chiefs if they march down the field. And Jamal Charles, never, ever trust a man with 2 first names, gets in the end zone from 1 yard out. 7-0 Kansas City in this game. Got that! Check down! Uses his superpowers to get his team into the end zone as he has a pass deflected at the line of scrimmage, and he uses his super check down double ray vision to guide the football into the hands of Anthony Fasano, who is seated on the ground at the 1 yard line. Ball falls right into his lap. He catches it and stretches it over the goal line. You'll never see a more improbable touchdown than that. It's 14-0. Kansas City Chiefs in this game. And when things are going right, when you're living right, you're living right. You get those type of breaks when you're living right in the National Football League. And the Chiefs right now, they are living right. And so it's 14-0. A Chris Johnson dominated drive finally concludes with a 4-yard Eric Decker touchdown. And just like that, the Jets find themselves right back in this game, down 14-7, after methodically working the football down the field. Chris Johnson doing a lot of the heavy lifting on this drive. They get in the end zone. And the next set of plays, I think, are a microcosm of this Jets season. You find a way to scratch, claw, get back into this game, only to have the Black Mamba, DeAnthony Thomas, bust off a 77-yard kickoff return deep into Jets territory. A few plays later, Travis Kelce, 14-yard touchdown grab. It's 21-7, just like that. You just found yourself back in the game. You just gave yourself a chance. You feel like, hey, we go out and get a defensive stop. We go out and force a turnover. Maybe we can tie this game up. Maybe we can cut it to a 4-point deficit. Nope. They get a touchdown. They're back up 14. You're back scratching and clawing, trying to find a way back into this game. But Percival Harvin does give you a spark on the ensuing kickoff, breaks off a kickoff return of his own, sets up a late first half field goal, cuts the deficit to 21-10. But at this point, Chiefs smell blood in the water. In the second half, they come out defensively, stymie the Jets, and they tack on a field goal, make it 24-10. And the Jets eventually work the football down inside the Chiefs' 5-yard line, find themselves in a 4th and goal situation from the 3-yard line. At this point, you're Rex Ryan, you're 1-7 on the season, you're down 14 in the game, you realize it's early 4th quarter, you're probably not going to get down here many more times. You might as well go for 7. 3 really doesn't help you in this situation. I understand the logic. They go for it on 4th down. Justin Houston plants Michael Vick as he extends the play, gets out of the pocket. Houston plants him. It's incomplete. They throw a flag for offensive pass interference. That's declined. It's Kansas City Chiefs football. Vick is down. He's hurt. They pull him out of the game. They send Chris Sims in the game on the next possession. He doesn't fare much better. Vick is able to come back. It's way too late as the Kansas City Chiefs get it done. 24-10. Run their record to 5-3 on the season, an impressive 5-3 on the season. This Chiefs team has been playing some of the best football over the last month. And so this is a team that you got to reckon with in the AFC West. And hey, don't look now, but the Chiefs with this win and the subsequent Denver Broncos loss and San Diego Chargers loss have seen themselves catapulted from 3rd place to 2nd place and only a half game behind the Denver Broncos in this division. Man, can't say I saw this one coming, but the Chiefs are right there knocking on the door. And they've already played Denver in Denver, gave the Broncos everything they could handle. They got to come to Arrowhead at some point. So if you're Kansas City, just play good football and stay within striking distance. You never know what's going to happen. And so this is a Chiefs team right now, has it all going for themselves. They're getting special teams contributions. The defense is playing football. They're doing all of the things necessary to win games on a weekly basis. And I can't say that I saw this coming. I just didn't think with all the guys they lost in the offseason, with all of the changes going on in Kansas City, I just did not see this team being as good as they are right now. But they've hit their stride, and they're a dangerous bunch right now. And for the Jets, another loss in a tough season. The only question you really ask yourself now is, will Rex Ryan remain head coach of this team for the remainder of the season? I think it's a safe assumption to make that he won't be back as Jets head coach next year. Will he make it through this season this year without getting canned? I don't see the purpose of canning him before the season is over, but I just don't see this thing getting much better for the Jets as we continue to move through 2014. That's going to do it for Chiefs Jets. I thank you for joining me. If it happens in the National Football League, whether big or small, we cover it all here in the Lab Room. Come back and join me as I've got plenty more games to break down in week number 9 in the National Football League. See you in a bit.